Hey everybody, welcome back to an introduction to ArcGIS Survey123. I'm Jenny Sauer. I'm a mobile solutions specialist here with USDA, APHIS, PPQ, and User Tools Group. And this video is going to talk about submitting a survey, arguably the most important part. If you don't submit the survey, it's like you might as well have written in your diary. So all your hard work is just living on your device, waiting to be submitted to the database. So, very important, where do you go to start? Again, start with what you know. Go to the Mobile Data Collection Tools webpage. Under the Training Documents and General, there's information on Survey123. Go ahead and hit that. Locate Survey123's application, and there's the ArcGIS Survey123 Getting Started Guide. I have it open here, and from the table of contents you can see, once you've completed a survey, how to send or save completed surveys. So there's a twist to this. Once you've completed a survey, if you are connected to Wi-Fi, you'll be able to send it directly to the database. If not connected to Wi-Fi, you'll be prompted with this Save this survey in the Outbox. We'll talk about the Outbox in just a moment, but basically it is saving it to your device until you are able to be connected to Wi-Fi, which means you will still need to go back in and send all of your surveys from your Outbox once you are connected to Wi-Fi. Also, you're prompted with the option to continue the survey. That means you get to go back to the survey and make some edits if you're not ready to submit that survey. Let's have a look at what that looks like from the iPad. Sending a survey. Okay. So I have a survey here. This is again just a training survey form, so there's no real data here. I made sure that the required fields are completed. I reviewed every hint and made sure I followed exactly the directions given. I thought through survey protocol training and made sure that I've recorded everything exactly right. So in short, I reviewed my form for accuracy. Each section looks good to me all the way down. There's two buttons on the screen actually that you should take note of. There's an X up here at the top left, and if I tap that, that will close the survey, and you have these options: close and lose the changes. So maybe you got started on something but you realize, no, I want it to stay the same. Go back to the survey view and continue editing, or save in drafts. Drafts is a bar that will show up at the first opening of this survey underneath Inbox or Collect. So you could save it as a draft, or you could continue the survey. I'm going to go back and continue the survey. So I've decided this is completely ready to go. I don't want to close it that way. I do want to submit the survey. And that's this bottom right, the very opposite corner from that X, all the way down diagonal. There's a little check mark here, and if we tap this check mark, we also get some options. Now, I want to point out I am connected to Wi-Fi to show you what options show up here while connected to Wi-Fi. While connected to Wi-Fi, I have this top option to send now because I'm connected, so I can send it directly to the database. Again, this could have been an error fingering or clicking with the mouse if you're on your desktop, and I can return to the survey. Continue this survey is an option. Or I can save it to the Outbox. I'm going to continue the survey because I want to disconnect from Wi-Fi and show you what those options are when disconnected. Tap this little green check mark to submit the survey. And you see now I don't have the option to send now. I'm told my device is offline, so that's your hint that you're not connected to Wi-Fi. So let's save it to the Outbox in this case. Easy enough, right? It just kind of disappears. Well, let's go back a little bit. And now we used to have just this collect bar, and in this survey we had an inbox. You may or may not see an inbox. But now we have this outbox. This is where that draft bar would show up had you saved a survey as a draft as well. And the number 1. So we know we have one survey that's waiting to be submitted in the outbox. This means this is like your Dear Diary. If it's never sent from the Outbox, it really just lives here on your device. So once connected to Wi-Fi again, let's connect to Wi-Fi. Then once you connect to Wi-Fi, you want to make sure to clear out your Outbox by sending any surveys that are being held in the Outbox. To do that, tap this Outbox bar, and you can see there's that one survey sitting there waiting to be sent in the Outbox. This three-dot menu here on this bar gives you the option to delete that survey if that's important or needs to happen. You could select the survey bar itself and you'll have the ability to go in and edit this survey. I'm going to say no. I'm pretty happy with it. You're viewing it in a list view, so this list has a little dot underneath it. You can also view it in a map view, so if there are many surveys sitting in your Outbox, you can view them all spread out on the map and just kind of check that over in the map view. I'll go back to the list view. And finally, you have a send option here. So I'm going to do that. I'm connected to Wi-Fi. I'm going to tap send, and it is sending that. And now back to this main screen. Now we don't have an Outbox bar anymore because we've sent everything from the Outbox. So you want to make very certain, if you're working in offline mode and saving surveys to an Outbox, that at the end of the day, not only do you have to check that Outbox, but you want to make sure you're connected to Wi-Fi again, and that you check over and send all of those surveys held in the Outbox. And that's really all there is to it. Thank you so much for watching.